Okay, hello everybody. Welcome to Korean Atlanta Mentorship. And in this video, I'm going to talk about the main reason or one of the main reasons why you're unable to achieve your goals. So I know that there are a lot of people out there, right, who are watching one video after another about velocity banking, and some of you are total experts on the subject, right? I mean, I just make the same video over and over again, and there's that saying that Bruce Lee saying, "I fear the man who does one kick 10,000 times rather than 10,000 kicks once," right? And so if you've been watching the videos over and over again, you know more than the average person regarding velocity banking. But here's the thing, and this is just a normal reaction. Sometimes when we encounter new ideas, we want to share them with other people, right? Maybe we want to share them with parents, friends, teachers, colleagues. Hey, this cool thing called velocity banking. And it doesn't even have to be velocity banking. It could be any insightful idea you've read in a book, YouTube video, or looked at a web page. And if unfortunately what happens is if people sense that the idea you're sharing is actually going to elevate you in status, and I don't know if this is subconscious or conscious, but they're going to attack you, right? They're going to throw insults at you. They're going to say, "Hey, only stupid people would do this." Oh, wow, velocity banking, that's for, dumb people, right? Like, why would you do that, right? A ton of people like that. People write comments like that in this channel all the time. But here's the thing. I'm the one who's paid off 25% of my mortgage in under 1 year, right? That's me. That's not anybody else, right? So, okay, if I'm the stupid one, I guess I'll be the stupid one with the mortgage 25% paid off 1 year, because I've looked at other people's houses, looked them up online, and I saw that they're just paying tens of thousands of dollars of interest year after year after year, with no end in sight to the the amount that they pay to the bank, right? And here's the funny thing about human nature, right? We usually don't tend to attack people who we believe are lower in status than us, right? So think about like homeless people. Like, do you see people complaining to homeless people about the homeless situation? They usually don't. Like, I'm sure there are people like that, but they usually complain to people who they think have higher status and stature than the homeless than themselves. So they'll complain to politicians, community leaders, but they never complain to the homeless people themselves. But you ever notice that sometimes when you do get attacked, it's directed towards you when you try to share the good ideas? And that's because jealousy, which is a normal human trait, and it's just something that has to be controlled, right? Here's the thing: I've trained myself to be proud of people who are all like better than me. Maybe they may be younger than me. They may have done amazing things, came to this country without speaking a word of English, and they have like 70 houses, rental houses. I had a talk with someone like that yesterday, and I'll make another video about that. But I'm always proud of them because I know if I hang around people like that, they're going to make me better. Unfortunately, there are too many people out there in life where if they sense that, hey, this person's actually might be better than me, they'll attack you. And again, people don't attack people who they think are lower in status than them. They only attack people who they actually think have potential and gifts, which is kind of sad. And that's why I'm going to mention the book, The 48 Laws of Power, because this book talks about this. And I remember reading this book, I think like 15 years ago, and being really, really depressed that this is how mainstream society and mainstream workplaces operate. Now, if you work in a workplace that does not operate like this, count your blessings and stars, because most people work in a place that actually prevents and stunts their growth, right? Like, I don't know who it was that says, like, the workplace is a place that kills your dreams, and the paycheck, I think it was Kevin O'Leary or something like that. Like, you get paid to essentially extinguish your dreams. I don't know if that's the right way it was said, but it was something to that effect, right? And so basically, the very first two laws of the 48 laws of power are really relevant. And here's the thing: law number one really emphasizes that people who are higher in status and stature and money than you can be jealous of you, right? That's why it's never outshine the master, because the master is somebody who has more title and ranking and status than you, right? And so, unfortunately, we don't live in a society where people are equal. They see each other as equals, and this is why, like, in order to get a better job, You always have to interview up to another company, because if you stay in the same company, people will see that, oh, okay, I have a higher title than you, and they'll never promote you more than, it's kind of like I don't want to say Ponzi scheme is the right word, but basically the person who was there first is essentially going to get all the benefits, right? Because they had the title first. Hope that makes sense. And then number two is about how, the people who are on the same level as your friends can be jealous as well. Now, here's the thing. Should you be paranoid about every single person that you meet? I try not to be, especially because I know that life is short. So here's the thing. I always put my trust in that every single person that I do business with, and it doesn't have to be like literally do business, but every person that I talk to is going to be a decent person. But once I see certain little signs that they might attack me or throw shade at me and be jealous, I'm always looking at these two laws. You know what I'm saying? And there's a reason why this book is so popular. This book is by Robert Greene in many, many circles, including like Will Smith references it, 50 Cent. It's popular in many circles because people are, they're always trying to backstab each other for one reason or another. And again, one of the reasons why I make these videos is to encourage people to be um, basically supportive of each other. And if you see people who are more talented or, have qualities that you admire, embrace them, because those qualities will eventually latch on to you, right? So I don't live in my life in a paranoid environment that everyone's going to get out to get me, but I'm just aware of certain things, right? I'm aware that this is how people can operate, even most of the time, right? People can get jealous, but I want to live a life where we don't have to always like wake up and feel like, oh my goodness, is someone always going to try to control me every single day, and be a model for other people. But realize that we live in a world where most of the population operates in a way where they'd rather steal $1 from you than make $1 million with you. It's kind of crazy, isn't it? But yeah, so that's just pretty much the topic of the day, which is that jealousy, not lack of knowledge, is your ultimate enemy, right? Like people who have more money and power and status can be jealous of you, and therefore will try to cut you down. And if you've been kind of frustrated that you cannot explain velocity banking to other people, it's not because of a lack of knowledge. Watching more videos isn't going to help you, although it's going to help my pocketbook because it's going to increase the watch time and add revenue. But, right? But it's jealousy. That's your ultimate enemy, not the lack of knowledge. So if you are watching more velocity banking videos because you're frustrated, can't explain to anyone else, it's not because of the lack of knowledge. It's because other people won't recognize your accomplishments and what you have learned, right? Jealousy is your ultimate enemy. All right. Well, this is Crane Atlanta Mentorship. If you're interested in joining our group, go ahead and click the Google form link below. Other than that, have a great day and speak to you on the next video.